Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. All of the trigger warnings if you're new, and all of the greetings and best wishes. I always set my intent for the next 7 to 10 days for my readings, to bring clarity and truth to everybody involved. I'm not here to sugarcoat life for you. I'm here to bring you the truth, however it needs to be heard in order for the message to be received, for the change to occur that you seek. Okay? So at the end of the day, it's all love. It's all for you. When you find this video, it is the right time. No matter what signs you hear me message, no matter what time or event, eclipse, whatever, season, no matter what you hear, okay? Just know that every word itself embodies an energy. So if I were to say spring, what does spring embody for you? If I were to say water, what does water embody for you? If I were to say take out, what does take out embody for you? Do you, what's the first thing that comes into existence for you right after that moment? Now, that said, this reading is going to resonate. Oh, if you're returning, hi guys. This reading is going to resonate for those of you that you've either made up your mind to or have already begun to make major changes within your life, because you have already made big changes within yourself. You've been looking at different points of view with everything that comes up to you. Your mind is exhausted. You're being asked to rest on all of these things. It is not you who needs to figure it out. It is those projecting onto you, which are dying to know what you are truly thinking and what you are truly feeling. And because you are allowing yourself to think that you need to check yourself more, you are allowing those old energies that you have already dedicated yourself to releasing, you are allowing them to remain attached. So this is going to cut those cords, okay? That's what this message is going to be about. If that part resonates for you, there's something here, so stick around and we'll see where this goes, okay? I was not called to shuffle my songs. I got a song before I even came on, and it would not stop playing in my head, and it's, I don't even remember who sings it. I know it's called The Girl in the Mirror, because that repeats the most in the song. The girl in the mirror, girl in the mirror, girl in the mirror, right? And it's about, the message of the song is about being happy with yourself, right? Like loving yourself, like looking in the mirror and being like happy with who you see, because you see yourself as yourself, how you want to be seen. This is raw energy, natural energy. And it's very interesting because I've been drawn to my raw stones lately, and random rocks outside too. I didn't bring them. I have those downstairs. I have rocks everywhere, every sink, every window. I'm bringing the outdoors in, okay? It's a style. If you know, you know. You are looking at yourself. You are looking at yourself with love and grace. Congratulations. I don't think you realize you're doing this, but you are. And it's the people around you projecting energies onto you because they're trying to figure you out. It's causing confusion within you. You're actually picking up on their confusion. You could be what's clear feeling, where the true empaths, where you literally feel what a person is thinking / experiencing at that moment, because that's one of your just natural God-given gifts. Like I was born this way, Lady Gaga, right? Yeah, thank you. Again, this comes back to you being in your raw form. And You've anchored in there. You don't feel anchored, but I'm seeing an anchor, massive anchor dropping and hitting the bottom of the ocean floor. And you can see all that, what is it, sediment or stuff coming up, right? And then everything gets like fuzzy, right? Like the camera, if you're seeing the camera lens, right? It's like you're watching a movie, and you're seeing everything playing out, and it's like you can't see because it's like either the screen fades to black and it goes to the next day, right? Or like just because the clouds break and oh, you can't see for a second, and then you gotta blink and then reveal your surroundings to yourself once more, but adjusted this time, right? Because your eye, there's something about the eyes. Okay, people could be staring at you in an uncomfortable manner, okay? It's nothing you've done. Please understand this. It's nothing you've done. There's a new light shining from within you because of this new connection you have anchored in without realizing it. And it's because you had faith. You still have faith, but they're trying to let you know you've already anchored this in. And the sooner you can realize that you've already anchored this in, the sooner you will no longer doubt the big changes that you've been wanting to make, and they will just happen. Okay? They will just happen because I'm getting in the mirror. It's because you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're seeing the truth. You're seeing the reality. You are at peace with the reality because you can see the future potential. And you know that you are putting forth the effort to move in the direction of that beautiful future potential. No matter what that means, no matter what it takes, and yeah, whatever it takes. Imagine Dragons. I really should be writing these down. I'll watch it later and rewrite them. We're just gonna go. We're gonna channel. We're gonna get the message done. Okay. I'm gonna say this. A lot of people, the staring that makes you uncomfortable, it's because you're being stared at in a like over sexualized manner. I don't feel that this is something that you are seeking, but it is heavily happening. And you need to, I'm getting in firmer boundaries in, what's that word? Integrate, embody firmer boundaries. So that would be like, instead of just being like, I really don't like when some, blah, 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 blah. And instead of just sitting in that disgust with yourself, like whenever you even see it beginning to happen, you're saying, listen, you're calling things out, right? Because that's where you put a stop to the energy. If you're returning, the struggle continues with my hair. I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet. I think I probably want to cut it because I'm tired of sitting on it and it yoinks my head back like that. Yeah, it's not fun. It's like get whiplash every day, you sit on your hair and you go to try to look and it's like your hair's like, get over here. Yeah, the struggle is real. Anyways, what was I saying? Back to the message. Right, you're integrating these parts that have anchored in already. And it's because you were walking in faith. And when you walk in faith and you don't question and you don't doubt, you always have that anchor, that line of safety, of security, right? What does an anchor signify for a ship? Go look it up. You learn about something new, right? Go learn something new. But people staring at you, you're going to start being able to really realize, thank you again. Because, yeah, somebody here, it's clairsentience? Is it clairsentience? Claircognizance is clear knowing. I think clairsentience is the one where you feel. I'm not sure, but it's the one where you feel. Go look that up because for somebody here, this is something that you are about to acknowledge that you have had as a gift. I do not feel this is new. It is not coming online. It has been online, baby, and you're just realizing what it is. Okay, and that can be really uncomfortable because you start realizing where some of the ickiest energies are coming from, and it's in places that you would never have even imagined. But now that you know, right, you like that truth. It's like the truth cuts through anything, right? Because the truth is pure, it is raw energy, it is what it is, and it will always be that, right? Raw energy versus something that has been manipulated and changed, right? These are the same. These are both quartz. Yes, this is an aura quartz, which means it was coated with, I think, titanium or some shit like that, which I don't even like. They shouldn't be doing that. Let's leave this to nature. Please stop messing with nature. God. And then you have the raw form, right? This is how they're found. Much, much bigger than this. I mean, some of the caverns in the earth, truly frightening. Yeah, spelunking, significant for somebody. If that does, please let me know why in the bottom in the comments, because that's scary to me. So I don't know a lot about it. Every video I've seen about it, even the like really positive ones, I'm just like, hell no. Nope. Thank you. That's to clarify. That's what it's like. Like once you see where this ick is coming from, this, oh my God, like the realization of the truth of where the energy, where the projections, where the synthetic frequencies are coming from, because they're not of your true being, your entity itself. These attachments are being removed because when you're not sure where the attacks are coming from, the key is to retreat within. Thank you, Phoenix. The Phoenix curling back into itself, which to others seems like the Phoenix burning up in flames and disintegrating away. But what the Phoenix is doing when the Phoenix is curling in, it is the egg has already formed within the Phoenix itself. It has already begun to be reborn, and the egg grows, and it's like a dragon's egg, right? Because a Phoenix to me is like a type of dragon, because the egg, it's heated from the flames of the Phoenix itself, letting its old self die away to be reborn even greater, even more powerful. For somebody here, you believe that dragons had feathers. That's all I'm getting with that. So if that's you, let me know in the comments. That would be really freaking cool, because like they say, dinosaurs could have had fur and feathers, right? So why not dragons? We can assume what we want until we have that visual, you know. For many of us, it's not a possibility. It's just a thought. But dream a little dream, dream a little dream, for me or of me. I don't know. It's another song. Dream a little dream of me. I think it's of me. So somebody could be watching you because they're really captivated by you. This might scare you because I feel like the way that you think they're looking at you isn't like a wolf staring at, you know, a rabbit, like lunch, right? Or like a hawk staring at a lizard, or whatever hawks eat, fish for eagles, right? They're looking at you like it's like predator and prey, right, out in nature. If that triggers you, honey, I'm sorry. Nature is wild, nature is untamed, nature's unpredictable, and it's not cutesy. It's survival of the fittest out there. So yeah, we will use National Geographic type content on this channel, and I will refer you to them at times as well. It's an excellent way to learn things. For some of you, there's something about gaining clarity through watching the animal kingdom. So if you cannot actually go out into the animal kingdom, right, as you may think you need to, you can find movies or documentaries, you know, or even creator content of being out in the wild in whichever manner is you're called to, right? Like for me, the terrifying thing, spelunking, that's why I watch it. It like scares, it's like a horror movie for me just watching it, because they're also telling you all these stories at the same time. In this cave, back in this year, this person was never heard from again. And it's just like, why are you there? Right? So, okay, there's something about the facing the fear. Facing the fear, and wherever this ick is coming from, if this is a family member who has just been so negative, you just can't take it anymore because you realize that every time around them, you feel exhausted. Like you feel like you need to rest for a week after being around this person. You're no longer going to be around that person. You're going to be very truthful with them. You're going to tell them, what you see as their pain. Like I feel like you're giving them advice, and it's solid advice, right? But it's also raw advice, and it rubs them the wrong way. But then at that point, they have received truth from you, undeniable, I'm getting irrefutable proof from you of what you see as the truth. And I feel that this person may have been saying, this is what I believe, this is what I believe, this is what I believe, this is what I think, this is what I believe, this is what I think, this is what I believe. And I feel like you've been putting all of that up to the test because it's just coincidentally been happening in life. And it's because when we speak things, we're going to be tested on them. There is power in the word. There's power in the word. And when you know that, you speak less. Okay. You divulge less. You divulge less. You keep yourself sacred because you understand the many minuscule ways in which people can be draining your energy for a lifetime, right? Without you ever even noticing, before it builds up enough to reflect itself to you like showing you, how is this happening? How? Like, I know why. I know I'm drained somehow because I feel tired, but I'm taking good care of myself. I'm showering, I'm pampering myself. You're treating yourself, you're at a stage of like, you're really taking care of you. You're really doing things for you, and you're still feeling the heaviness. And that heaviness, it's being revealed where it comes from. And this is this decision. So for some of you, you're needing to hear this because this is the decision you're about to make, right? And this video is, for whatever reason, it's the confirmation you need. Maybe there's something about one of the animals or something that I've mentioned. Whatever it is for you that gives you confirmation, by all means, let us know in the comments if you feel like it. If not, that's okay too. Again, protecting that energy within. Don't divulge so much of yourself all the time. Not everyone deserves your energy, and you'd be surprised the ways in which you can leak energy. Leak the type of energy you want. Leak the type of positivity that you want to see manifest, right? If you really want to see more people speaking the truth, then only allow yourself to project that into the world as well, right? So that would be like watching a video of people arguing, and instead of jumping in all up in the Kool-Aid, right? Instead of jumping in and giving your opinion and attaching your energy to that, you comment something like acknowledging how it makes you feel, and then putting that you, or not even writing how you think it makes you feel, but what you are writing is the acknowledgement of what you want to see. Like I'm waiting for the world, or I'm dreaming of the world where we all can acknowledge that it's important to say the truth as kindly and gently as possible, so that we can all migrate in whichever directions we need to find whatever it is that we all seek, right? This is for everyone, to every energy to go in its place of the, it's like I'm seeing different lights, right? Like they're all part of that white light, right? But what is white light? It's that prismatic light, right? So in the prism, you have the spectrum of color, and there's so much. I mean, there are colors that we can't even see with the human eyes, the way that they operate now, right? But we can acknowledge in different ways that they're there. For some of you, For some of you, yeah, I don't know this because it's not an ability of mine. I've not experienced it yet. But like clairvoyance, is it like seeing? I'm not sure how that works, but and none of the videos have ever made sense, so I'm guessing that I just don't have it, right? But I'm seeing like, it's weird. It's almost like your eyes, but it's like your eyes, it's like I'm watching your eyes, but your eyes appear to be like a TV screen that's flickering from like one show to another briefly and then going back to the original one. Does that make sense? Like the way I'm seeing it is like it's the best way I can explain it. I don't know. But that's what I got. So if that's for you, let me know. I don't know. I'm just being called to just give you guys the raw messages that I'm getting without anything attached to it. And if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, then it doesn't, right? Then let me know that too. If nothing resonated, that's fine. That means that you already know whatever you need to know and you've already got your direction, right? And like, you're good with that. So you don't need any sort of validation at this point, which is why you're able to, I'm getting, be the bad guy. You're willing at this point to be the bad guy, because you know that sometimes the bad guy turns out to not really be the bad guy, right? It turns out that the villain was really the good guy. That's like all the Star Wars movies, right? Who was the good guys? The rebellion, the rebel force, right? But you sided with them when you watched it. Their reasoning made sense, yeah? And then you have, like when you go further back in the past and you learn about those who were the villains in that period, right? And they weren't such villains then, right? You can see why they kind of went the way they went. But this will allow you to have grace with those people in your life that are the villain that thinks that they're the victim. You're not allowing them to villainize you. And no one around you thinks that you're the villain either. Like this person has no choice but to not be around you because everyone else like agrees with you. Thank you. Oh wow, this is huge. Your witnesses are being called in. People are being called to be your witness. Like what do I mean by that? What does it mean to truly bear witness? To bear witness is it is a contract. It is a sacred contract to speak the truth of what you know. Why do you think you see so many, whistleblowers and things like that right now? And you're going to see a whole lot more of this happening. Truth is being made clear to everyone. When I say these messages are planetary, I mean they're planetary. Okay? This is for the entire collective. We're all a part of the damage being done on this planet. Every last one of us. And if you think for a moment that you're not doing anything to harm this planet, you are already a part of the problem. We all are. Me recording right now on this phone is the electricity, everybody can acknowledge that. You can look back and we can all see a certain point in time where it's like, yeah, but we as humans, we were wrong for this. As humans, we were wrong for that. Instead of saying, well, no, it was these guys. Well, no, it was us as a whole, because it continued, right? It continued, which means people weren't learning their lessons. Because if as a whole we can agree, yeah, this is bad, well, then why is it not being dealt with? If you really want truth in your life and you really want to be able to move forward in truth with conviction, I'm getting, you're going to have to demand it. Sometimes you're going to have to demand it. Sometimes you're going to have to put people in their place. You're going to have to be willing to play the villain, because sometimes by you playing the villain is the only way that the true villain can be revealed. Because I feel that the moment that you stand in that power of allowing yourself to just appear to be the villain, right? That's when their mask is completely blown off. Okay? Because you've literally put yourself in their shoes. That's all that can ever be asked of us, right? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Treat people the way you want to be treated, right? Think about where someone's coming from before you react, right? You never know. Like, and I tell this to everybody all the time, and my kids have seen it. I'm always super, super nice, even when people are rude and like drive-thrus. I get it. You're a service worker. Life sucks. I get it. People they're not very nice to their neighbors these days. But it's because we've all gotten to a point where we're just tolerating so much stuff that we don't even want to like have existing near us. This is some of you, you're literally going to move. You're going to be moving. I just feel like you don't like where you're at. You don't feel that people there are like-minded. It feels like, yeah, thank you. It feels like it's very vain. Wherever you're currently at, people are very vain, very self-centered. But if that's the case and that's what you're thinking, be able to put yourself in those shoes and like, if you think someone's vain, why do you think that person is vain? Why do you think they're selfish? Why do you think they're this, that, and the other? Allow yourself to take that journey through their shoes. You're gonna see, thank you, you're gonna end up having some form of empathy for your enemies, right? And compassion. Like, you're just, it's an acknowledgement of like, well, I wouldn't want to live that life. So none of that they say, nothing they say can bother you, because why would you take advice from someone whose life you wouldn't want to live, right? And some of you, you're taking advice from people whose life you're coveting, and you've been experiencing some of the stuff that they're experiencing behind closed doors. And it's not until you start experiencing this that the other person is like, wow, yeah, I usually don't talk about this a lot, but, there was this one time in my life, And it's like these people are realizing, or you could be realizing, wow, I should have never wanted to have this person's life. I should have never been jealous of them. I should have never envied the gifts that they were receiving, right? I should have never felt like this person had it better than me. Or had more than me, or whatever, right? This is it. Yeah, you know the vibe already. You know it. I feel you've already, everyone watching this is going to resonate for. You've already picked up on something. You know whatever it is for you, right? That coveting type of energy. And that's what needs to be released, right? Like maybe you could want submission from this person because you feel like you're constantly having to submit to this person. Like you're constantly the one having to make peace, right? You're constantly the one having to put forth effort. You are constantly the one having to explain to try to bring understanding. Thank you. It's like you continue to split off, right? And while you feel worn thin, what you don't realize is your consciousness has been in the roots of the tree, expanding ever outward and down, right? But it's about to come back to center, and you're about to realize that you're no longer like a 40-foot tree, right? You're like a 200-foot tree with a massive base, right? You're about to realize just how grounded in yourself you're going to be. Just how well you're going to know yourself, just how well you're going to be able to, wipe clean the environment around you. And it's because you're not attached. You're not attached to these things anymore because you're seeing them for what they really are. You're seeing them for what they really are. Because that's the way that, that's the way that Spirit's helping you to remove these things so that you can fully anchor in, right? It's like you're the diver and maybe they had to drop anchor because the waters were getting a little choppier or something like that. Or maybe they had to drop a second anchor because the waters were a little choppier and you still hadn't been able to come up, right? But that anchor drops like near to where you've got to come up at for whatever reason, the design of the ship or something. And so your vision is blurred, not because of your eyes themselves, you see clearly, but because the environment has now all that sediment, that sand and stuff up. And so you got to be very careful, because after all, you are in the ocean. Yes. And so as that dust settles and the water's clear, it's almost like the tension goes down and you acknowledge, okay, well, what I felt was in this direction for whatever reason. Yep, that's what's really there. What I felt here, okay, nope, that was just this. That's okay, cool. We don't have to worry about that. Oh, look, we've got like this whole whatever here, right? Where absolutely nothing will be able to like swim next to us from, right? Or whatever. And thank you. The path is being made clear. So your path is being made clear. And that temporary, yes, thank you. It's like going through a tunnel and it gets so pitch black, right? And this is before the times of flashlights or whatever. It's like just a human in their raw self, like nothing, right? Like no clothes, no jewelry, no fire, just raw human, just walking. And it gets really dark and you can't see, but you just kind of feel your way and you trust and you just keep going. And then you see this little light, and then that light, as you're closer, the light is able to illuminate more and more and more of your environment. Yeah, you might not ever really be able to see what was way back over there, but that's okay. You don't need to. You felt the way out, right? You felt the way it felt each way you moved. And there were a couple of close calls, but you made your way out. And you don't need to now go back and do that again, because you already know. So the next time you're going to be more secure in going through there, even though you can't see. And one day, men make fire. So then you're going to be able to go through with your torches and really see what was in there and really see if there was really anything to be worried about in the first place, right? And for some of you, I feel that there's going to be many unwarranted fears that you're going to be releasing. And for some of you, this is going to affect your speech. Like maybe when you would get nervous before in the past, maybe you stuttered or maybe you stutter. But I feel like I'm feeling someone whose speech is no longer stuttering. That's beautiful. And it's because somewhere, some integration was interrupted by a synthetic frequency. Thank you. And it's one of those that's so minute that, again, they can take a lifetime to even make themselves known. Blessings I'm getting. So this is a blessing for somebody, because I don't know where I'm getting. I just know. It's claircognizance. You just know shit, okay? Don't ask me how. I just know. It's the worst one to have. Like, I hate it. I love it, but I hate it because it's like, I don't know how to tell you I know. I just freaking know. Okay? And I can feel. So I know that when I know something and I say it, I can feel how you react to it, which confirms for me, yep, that was right. So it's like they work really well together, but at the same time, thank you. So you may have, like I did say, for somebody, it felt like your eyes is something, so you could be getting clairvoyance. So this could be like a second or even third clair coming through or coming online for somebody. And you are able, like, you're leaving people flabbergasted. They're so just out of control of their own processing that they just can't even function around you. And I feel like it's before you've even opened your mouth to really say anything. And that's okay. And I feel like for some of you, it's going to be like somebody's going to totally go off, right? Like you could say something literally like, well, if you really want to like have people to hang out with, even if you're an introvert and you don't like hanging out, there's like a lot of introvert and stuff out there now. Like there wasn't when I was growing up, and but now there is. So it's like you don't have to force yourself into uncomfortable situations to meet people. You can actually look for groups of introverted people who like to do similar things that you liked, but it like set this person off because I told you I'm a loner, and I'm like, oh, I love you, but I can't because it's at that point it's a choice, right? So you hold that space for them because you acknowledge that, and you release them with grace. And yeah, I feel like you're going to have some people in your life who feel like they're losing you, but they're never going to lose you. They haven't lost you, because I feel like you do understand unconditional love. You are able to give unconditional love. And there have been many people in your life who have made you doubt that about yourself. But you are now going to be looking at yourself and acknowledging, no, it's not me, it's you. It is you. It's not me. And this is really going to surprise you. And some of you may even cry. And some of you are going to get so mad that you're going to be crying, right? Because that the hurt is just so deep that it sends you past the pain where you're crying and feeling it into that, how could you? Like, how was this even an option for you? What's the matter, baby? Right? Thank you. You want out? Do you want to go out? No, you can't have my tea, baby. Yeah, my dog has anxiety, guys. It's not easy to deal with, and he's like super like hyperactive and stuff, so he requires a lot of attention, and it's exhausting. But I love him, and I'm highly allergic, so I'm also a glutton for punishment here. Yeah, I'll be itching on that one for a while later. Off. I'll let you out in a minute. Off. Let mommy finish working, okay? Yeah, we've already been here 30, so I feel like everything that's been said, everything that needs to be said has already been said. Do we want to give them anything to look for? Okay, anything, I mentioned no numbers. Do we want to give them any numbers? I'm honestly not feeling any numbers. Okay, we do have 300 on this Matchbox. Now I'm getting Matchbox 20. But 300, it could be like the movie 300, or there's a significance about 300, or that's, I don't know. 3 could be just the number 3. I'm just saying it because I saw it, and if it's in my environment, then I'll mention it to you, right? Last video I did mention 7, and I'm kind of getting that now. So the number 7 could have significance for somebody here. 3. Anything else? Any other specifics? Any animals? I guess dog, because my dog did make a fuss. So maybe you need to pay more attention to your pet if you have a pet. It almost feels like they have your attention, but there's something more that they need. Kind of follow them around for a little bit. See what's up. Mine wants to go for a walk, and I promised him a walk, so I've got to go. Do we pull any feather? I'm getting drawn to look at my feather, so feather could be significant, and I'm getting heather. So heather, the name heather could be significant for somebody. Heather is also a color, isn't it? Heather, it's a color. It's like a taupey type hue, I think, or something. I don't know. I know I've seen something called heather before that was a color. Maybe it was just an eyeshadow. You know how makeup works, ladies, right? And I guess some gentlemen as well, you know, yeah. David Bowie. Did Mick Jagger? No. The guys from Kiss. A lot of the big hair bands with their guy liner. Guy liner's hot. Don't let anyone fool you. Don't let anyone fool you. Guy liner's hot, y'all. It's hot. If you like it, rock it. I'm just saying that message is for somebody. Somebody here needs to hear that. Let people think what they're going to think. If it's something you like, that maybe to you it feels more like war paint, you know? Then rock it. Who cares? Who cares, right? Your vibe attracts your tribe, baby. And we live in a world of visuals, okay? And in that world of visuals, we need to go to what we're attracted to. I'm sorry, my dog's hitting the thing. He's laying right by my feet, so I apologize for the Shaco vision. Somebody here could play League of Legends. I just saw the character Shaco from League of Legends. He's like the Joker, so that the Joker could also be of significance for somebody here. But there's something about the rawness, right? The rawness of things. Now is not the time to be soft and gentle. I assure you, if I throw this at you, it might hurt. But I assure you, if I throw this at you, it's going to hurt a hell of a lot more. You're throwing raw truth around, okay? You are in your raw essence, and that is the most powerful and transformative and beautiful place to be, okay? So allow yourself to speak your truth, and even if that makes you the bad guy, that's okay, because like I said, the bad guy doesn't always turn out to be the bad guy, but sometimes we have to actually embody the bad guy to realize, yeah, I'm kind of the bad guy here, right? So whichever one it is, though, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn, and you're going to be able to move past. He's laying on my feet. You're going to be able to move past that, right? And thank you. I'm seeing the anchor dropping again. That anchor is going to drop, right? And I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm going to hold you while I talk to you to try and keep this steady. Just trust in what you're feeling, okay? For some of you, your clear feeling, the clairvoyance, I think, no, that's seeing, whatever the one feeling is, please look that up. I promise you guys I will work on learning these. I know, because I talk about them a lot. But clear feeling, that could be one that you're acknowledging that you have. Trust what you feel. If someone starts to make you sick, acknowledge that they're making you sick. Excuse yourself if you need to go to the bathroom, or fake it, you know, whatever. I'm so sorry, you guys, I'm trying. But just do whatever you need to do for you. It does not matter what anyone else says, what anyone else thinks, okay? If you are at a 5-star fine dining restaurant and you feel that you need to raise your voice and make a scene and speak the truth about someone being slimy, about whatever they're being slimy or scummy about, then you make the scene. Be the bad guy. Their mask is going to fall off. Okay, and for some of you, honestly, something big like that is what needs to happen for you to acknowledge that you've, stepped a little out of your natural frequency. But whichever one it is, you have to be able to accept. And maybe I am the bad guy. Oh well, I'm just going to be the bad guy if I feel like being the bad guy. And if I feel like having grace and giving them a pass, then I'll give them a pass. Or if I feel like cussing them out, I'm going to cuss them out. If I feel like throwing a drink in their face, I'm going to throw a drink in their face. If I feel like just looking at them, not saying a thing, and just walking away, that's what I'm going to do, right? You've really got to acknowledge that within yourself. If you feel that, your entire family has grown so toxic that you are, that like that redheaded stepchild energy. You're the one that, what does that mean? That means you're the one that everybody in the family picks on. You're the one that everyone talks shit to. Oh, but it's just a joke. It's just a joke. We're playing. But they're always picking on you. They're always joking on you. You're always the brunt of everybody's fucking joke. No. Nope. Okay. I myself personally tolerated a lot of that until one night I woke up and heard the person that I was with talking to their family members in our house that they didn't think I was my parents' child, and that all these other bad things about my mother, who was not perfect by any means. But this person said so many things about my mother that were just cruel, just to be cruel, because they were trying to be funny and make everyone laugh. And guess what? All those people that I invited into my home, they all laughed. And guess what? They're all banished from my energy to this day, right? Because that's where those masks came off. Don't say that I'm family. Don't say that you love me, and don't take all the gifts and all the blessings that I bring, but then do something like that. No. So you may be overhearing, for some of you, this message, I'm getting Thanksgiving or Christmas. So this message may apply more for the holidays, where something may come up. And this is where And maybe this is confirmation for you because maybe you already have distanced yourself from family to the point where you only see them. Like, I feel as I'm getting rarely. You rarely see them. So if that resonates for you, then this is the case. But maybe you've decided, maybe you haven't been home for Christmas in like 10 years because you had a falling out with your parents or your cousin or your brother, your sister, your uncle, your uncle's new wife, like whatever, whoever it was, right? This is you deciding you're just going to show up because the last time you were told you're always welcome. So you decide, okay, I'm just going to show up, and you show up in a state of peace, in a state of love, in a state of let's really try to make this work. And then you see the same scumminess coming back at you, and this is going, nope, I'm not doing this anymore. And then that's where, of course, you step into the villain. But honestly, if that is your exact scenario, you're not the villain, and I'm there for you, rooting for you to stand up for yourself if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not nice for people to do that. And a lot of times people, when you call them out, they're like, oh no, that's not what we were doing. No, we were just joking. No, at my expense, right? At my expense? Not anymore. Maybe back then when I didn't know any better, but not anymore. Okay? I'm seeing the tea leaves, so, oh God, this is the world's largest deck. Here we go. Y'all just gonna have to trust me. This thing is impossible to shuffle. What's meant to come out will come out. Great worry over nothing. Yeah, see, don't worry. Don't stress things. Why are you worrying so much? Yeah, you could suffer from anxiety, or maybe you think you suffer from anxiety, but what you're going to be noticing is that it's not you, it's the people around you are very stressed out about different things, and so you're getting this unknown stressor, synthetic frequencies coming from your environment. Thank you. This is why retreating into the shell, into that phoenix curling up, isn't it dying? It is being reborn within because it has pulled all of its energy from within, which in turn, that's like raw power, which is why it burns up the phoenix, right? You're learning where people's loyalties lie. We have whale and dogs. So double confirmation there on dog, because I did mention my boy earlier, who is now taking a nice little nap underneath me. Thank you. Position of authority, right? You are coming from a place where you can control the situation. You know that you can say exactly what needs to be said to like shut people up. Like, you can hurt people with your words, but you're being warned of pride in those moments, okay? Because that is a moment of temptation. What I can say, what I know, I can say it in a form in which I know I can completely shred this person to pieces. But do I really want to do this? Why would I be doing it, right? Why would I be doing that if I did it in this manner? Would it just be to satisfy myself, to make me feel good? Okay, then let me pull that back and let me be neutral about this. And let me see how I can say this honestly, just being truthful about the entire situation, whatever it may be for you, right? It doesn't matter if it's a boss, if it's with family, if it's with friends. For some of you, this is friends. Someone may try to call you arrogant when you speak, like you're full of, I'm getting very specific. Someone could say, oh, you're full of I've already said other bad words, but I'm trying. I know, baby. I know. Mommy promised you walk. Go. No, go. Guys, I'm going to shuffle the little bottom part that I haven't shuffled yet. We're going to get what we get from that, and then it's done because I've been way too long on here. If you need someone to talk to, please go talk to someone, because somebody here, I feel your energy wanting to linger, and that's probably why I'm staying so long in the reading. If it's me specifically, somebody here wants to talk to, you can set that up. My email is in the thing, and if it's not that, then I don't know what to tell you, but you need to talk to somebody. No, go. I told you, mommy needs to work, and I'm normally going to be doing more than just an hour of this, so that means you can't sit in the rooms with me then. Okay. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Okay, but be weary of, is that the word? Is that weary? No. So, okay. For those of you who think if you're being accused of being stubborn, but you know that you've been trying to like change and adapt to whatever you're being told around you, it's not you. Don't worry about it. You're right. Go with what your gut, go with what you're feeling. I totally twisted my camera like when I was holding it. Whatever. Our final one here, though, a wish is granted. Wishbone, we have vulture and donkey. So dog, whale, peacock, vulture, donkey, lanterns, archery or darts. Oh, he's whining. He is whining for me to go. Oh my God. Thank you. Keep your focus. Put your power towards your goals, right? And that's what's going to get you through the pride, because sometimes it might feel really good in the moment to really do something that would like hurt other people because they've hurt you, right? Or because you realize that they're the ones that have been stopping you or whatever. But instead of turning that and using it for another negative to add to the negative frequencies in your life, instead use it for something positive. Use it to, thank you. I'm seeing like someone who dances where their dances become more, there's like more passion and expression in them, because if you're angry because someone has hurt you, I'm seeing like somebody dancing and like a tear streaming, but it's not because it's pain, but it's also anger. Thank you. You're processing the energies, okay? And then this could also be someone like whatever it is that you do to just, it's your thing, right? Like I'm seeing now someone just shooting arrow after arrow after arrow, and you're like getting blisters from how much you're doing it. But no matter how much you hit that target, for some reason it's like it just builds within you, and again the emotion welling up within, right? So thank you. You're going to be that, it's a moment of humbling, right? Because when you feel that, but you don't act on that violent nature that comes from within, when you don't act on that, that's real power. Okay, that's real power. We've seen what violence begets in the world. So to truly be, and thank you, it's not being arrogant, right? To truly be peaceful is not being arrogant. It's acknowledging that violence truly does beget violence, whether we want it to or not. Again, because of intention. And so that's why we should all be trying to like not hurt other people, and to just gonna turn, sorry, nada, bye, gotta go, you know. For some of you, you're literally gonna be walking away. Somebody could be walking out of a job here. Thank you. Some of you, this is this is you acknowledging that like you've taken your vacation time, and that the people that you've taken this vacation time with, you're like over it and you don't want to be around them anymore. So you're literally just leaving in last minute, changing your plans and going to do something else totally by yourself. And that's super cool. That's super cool. All right, guys, I hope this helped. I hope that there was a sign there for some of y'all, and I know it was mostly channeled, but that's what I was being guided to do. And, you know, heed the call. Heed the call. Know your gut. Trust your gut. Acknowledge what your mind is saying, right? Acknowledge when that mind is screaming, but also learn how to soothe it, right? And usually it deals with soothing the heart as well, because you need to acknowledge where the pain is coming from. right? Because rage and anger and hatred are always outward expressions of a deeper emotion. There's always something deeper going on within that leads to these things. And sometimes there are people who don't even know what it is with them. And when you point it out to them, they really don't like it. So that's for somebody. Anyways, I hope this helped. And I'll see you guys in the next video.